Hello everyone. Today's motion is that this house will register as a mail order bride to a developed country. My name is Zakin Zaima. I'll be the Prime Minister from the government side today. Now, I'd like to start off by giving a summary of what my speech will be about today. Now, I'd like to talk about three major points. One, I'll be explaining what exactly the term mail order bride means and what are the misconceptions that we associate with the term mail order bride. Now, the second thing that I'll be explaining is why exactly girls want to get into this agreement, these situations, and what are the advantages the girls would have out of these agreements, these situations. And I'd like to, with my third point, I'd like to take it part and I'd like to show how the governments also are getting financial beneficial gains through these agreements, through these situations, through these arrangements. Now, coming back to my first point, I'd like to first start off by explaining what are the misconception that we have with the term mail order bride, right? Now, when you think the word mail order bride, what's the first thing that comes out in your mind? The first thing that comes on your mind is a distorted, perverse male looking for a way to get a wife by having to pay for it, by having to buy a bride, right? But the situation here is not like this. The truth of the situation is not so distorted. What actually goes around in this is that there is an agency which finds you a suitable match, who lets you have an arranged marriage. What happens in these situations? Males who are generally from a financial secured background, from developed countries, they go to these agencies who verify for a fact that they are financially stable. They verify that to make sure that they are not lying and that they are financially stable, and they take criteria, the requirements that they have to find a suitable partner for them. And these suitable partners are usually girls from underprivileged countries, and they go to these girls and they show them these options of males who can provide them with a better future. And then they arrange meetings between the two people to make sure that they are suitable for each other. And when they find that, when the partners, the male and the female, the bride and the groom, they find that they are suited to each other, they go ahead and arrange a prenuptial, sign a prenuptial. What exactly is a prenuptial, you might wonder? No. Now, prenuptial is a legal binding contract that will make sure that both the parties, the bride and the groom, both of them are stable, both of them are safe, protected from their respective position, from their respective situation. The bride and the groom, they both get to have a say in arranging the fact that what are the expectations that they have out of this marriage. Both of them would have a say in setting the boundaries that they want to have, that they want to set for this marriage. They get to have a legal binding contract providing them the legal security out of this relationship, so they won't be emotionally or financially or physically be taken advantage of or be abused that way. Now, when a girl gets to have those advantages, why would a girl not want to go into these agreements? Why would a girl not want to be a mail order bride, right? Because imagine being a girl living in a country like Cameroon, for an example, living in a city like Douala, knowing for a fact that the state provides nothing for you, the state provides no further education for you, the state provides no financial security for you when you have no other option. You know for a fact that there is nothing in front of you. There is no light on the end of the tunnel, and the future that you see ahead of you is a dark impending doom. What would a girl do at a situation as such, right? She will obviously be looking for a way that she can get out of the situation. Now, what are the options that she has in front of her? She doesn't have an option for a stable job or a further education to get a stable job. What can she do? The only option she has is be pulled towards the dark side, towards illegal activities. The only way she can fend for herself or her family is by doing illegal activities such as prostitution or smuggling or drug circulation or murder or robbery. That is the only way you can provide for your basic needs, most basic needs such as food or shelter or clothing. Then why not registering as a mail order bride? Because the other option that they have in front of them is registering as a mail order bride. And what exactly are these mail order brides? These mail order brides are legally protected arrangements where these girls will get to have advantages, where this girl will be able to be married to a guy, will provide them with financial security, will provide them with financial security, will provide them with probably even love. Because why not? Look around you, people are getting married, people are getting into arranged marriages every single day, right? And that does not stop them from falling in love. So why not? They will probably end up with a stable background, stable future, and with a person who will love them. So why not that? Why living in that impending doom of a future where you have no idea of what's going to happen tomorrow, right? When you get into those marriages, arranged marriages, through registering as a maid or a bride, what are the advantages that you will have? You will get to have the chance to go to a country, in a developed country, where you will have the medical facilities, the better medical facilities, where you will get the chance to further your education, where you will get the chance to finally have that job that you need to fend for yourself, where you won't have to depend on another person even for that financial security. You may have a husband who will provide you with the financial security, but you will not be dependent on that husband for the financial security. You will be able to earn for yourself, and when you have that financial security, what do you do? What does a person do? A person also obviously tries to make sure that the family is provided with the same basic privileges, right, of a financial security, of better education and a better paying job. And when the girls do that, they're also helping their government. How? They're reducing the crime rate. How are they reducing the crime rate? They themselves are not getting into the crime, and also by providing security for their families, they're also making sure that their families will not get into such illegal activities, by making sure that their crime rate will be going down. So when girls register as maid order brides, they not only help themselves, they also help their family. They will have the chance, the option to be able to help their family, to take their family out of this poverty. And when they take out the family out of the poverty, they're helping the government by reducing crime rate, by reducing poverty. Not only they're helping their own government, but they're also helping the government of the developed country, where the government gets to have the chance to monitor the migration of these immigrants. The government will have a control over controlling preventing the unwanted influx of immigrants, where the government gets to have the chance to monitor who's immigrating into their country, right? When they does that, they have advantages not only for themselves, for the government of both countries. So why not, right? And the points of how the governments are gaining benefits through these arrangements will be further explained by my Deputy Minister Hassanat Rabbi, and the conclusion will be given by Ramis Rahman. Thank you very much.